Aloha everyone, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's beauty blog. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. Well, welcome to this try on of the new Buxom Dolly's Glam Getaway collection. So I picked up a few items from this collection to try. Back in the day, I used to be obsessed with Buxoms, and that was when they were still owned by Bare Minerals. And since, they broke away, I just kind of stopped using these. And I saw this post on Instagram from Makeup on Your Radar, and it's an account that posts everything that's new and up and coming. And she posted about this collection, and I just thought it was so pretty that I went online, I checked it out, and I fell in love with the colors of this palette. I thought the colors of this palette was so pretty online, so I wanted to pick it up and test it out. I've never tried Buxom eyeshadows. Dolly is like a huge part of their collection. It's kind of like Pillow Talk is to Charlotte Tilbury. What is Dolly to the Buxom line, which is a color of one of their lip polishes. So they create these collections around it that are limited edition. And in all of their lip colors and in their cheek colors or any shadows that they have, they always have a Dolly color, okay? I'm not sure if it's like this color that's supposed to look good on everyone. But it is a pretty color. It was one of my favorite colors in the past. My favorite colors of the Buxom lip polishes in the past were Sandy and Dolly. I used to wear those all the time, and then somehow I don't know, I fell out of love with them and stopped using them. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick this up, test it out, see how it is. And along with this collection, I picked up one of their new Plump Shot Collagen Peptides Advanced Plumping blush too. So we're gonna go in and try these on. I swatched them for you more towards the end of the video. I have to tell you guys, I am so flat today, which you're gonna see in this video because we went out to dinner last night. We had an event to go to, and I had something that had peanuts in it, and I've just recently discovered that I've become allergic to peanuts. Well, I broke out in hives and I'm not feeling that well this morning. But however, I wanted to get this video up if you guys are interested in this collection because it is limited edition. And so here we are. My makeup came out great. I mean, it looks really, really pretty, but I will share my first impression and thoughts on these products as we get into that video. So I hope you enjoy. And again, I apologize for being a little bit flat, and give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. I plan on doing more makeup content. I'm trying to work on, keeping things, any good time frame to where it's not an hour-long makeup video. So we'll be working on that and look forward to more makeup videos to come. All right, I'll see you soon. Aloha everyone. So we're gonna play with some new makeup today. As you've seen from the intro, I got some of these Buxom products that I want to play with today. So let's get started. So I'm just going to prime my eyes. I'm letting my skincare soak in. I had an allergic reaction to some food that we had last night. I'm noticing that it looks like I'm starting to become allergic to peanuts because I had peanuts a couple weeks ago and I hadn't had them for a while, and then I just noticed like I started itching everywhere. Well, last night we had a dish that had some peanuts in it and I broke out in hives everywhere and I was so swollen. So I'm a little bit swollen today. My eyes are still puffy from the reaction. However, let's just get in and do this makeup because I've been wanting to play with this collection for a little bit now because it is a limited edition collection. And I haven't like really explored this. I've swatched the colors and I've played with the lippies, but I haven't really done a full-on look with these. So what I am doing right now is I just went in with my House Labs concealer in the shade 21, which is a light medium neutral. And I'm just priming my eyelids with this. So these eyeshadows say that they have a primer built into them. So I'm not going to use an eyeshadow primer. And actually, I have actually just been liking my House Labs concealer with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless setting powder. Oops, Flawless setting powder. Just to set this as an eyeshadow primer. It seems to work out really, really well. I was noticing sometimes, like when it's warm, the Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer has a tendency to make my eyes itch. And I think there might be bismuth oxychloride in it. So I'm going to go in with this Nikki LaRose. This is her N14 brush. And I'm going to take some of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Powder, put it in this brush, and then I'm just going to set my lids with this. I think I put on a little bit too much concealer, but that's okay. I'll just go right in. So I'm doing this so our eyeshadow doesn't skip or crease. And it just really primes the lashes really nicely. Okay, so now we're gonna go into this palette. Here are the colors. There are names on it, but my eyes are kind of blurry today from my allergic reaction that I had. So I guess I need to go into the doctor and get that all tested and get an EpiPen now. So we have several colors in here. There's 6 colors. I think I picked this up for like $28. You can get it from Ulta. You can order it from Buxom Direct. I ordered it from Buxom Direct. So we have some pink shades here. We have this pink frosty shade, which I think is called like, I can't read it, but when we get to it, I'll read it to you. We have a matte shade here, a shimmer shade, a matte here. This is a dark purple with some shimmer in it. And then we have this sort of like rich plum brown matte shade here. So I am first going to go in with this light pink shade, and I'm going to put that in my crease. And I'm going to use this Angie Hot and Flashy A502 brush. And I'm just going to dip my brush into this color. And there's not very much kickback off these, which is nice. And then I am just going to place this up here in my crease. And as you can see, you could barely even see this color on me. So it is pretty light. So this mirror is actually this palette's kind of big to use for the mirror and this camera. So I think I'll switch over to my Charlotte Tilbury compact so you guys can see the look. So I'm just going back into that light pink matte shade, which is called Plum Smolders. Is that right? Plum Smolders? That seems like an interesting name when it's not really a plum shade, right? Espresso. Yo, you know what? I think these are mislabeled here on the back. So this pink one is actually probably called Sarong, because over here, let me see. This says like it's Mauve Haze, but this looks like it's Mauve Haze. This color right here says it's Rose and Play, and I would think that this is Rose and Play. And then it says this is Plum Schmolders, and then this one is Sarong. This is called, I think it should be called Flirty Rosé, and this one should be called, I don't know, Flirty Frosé. I'm sorry, Flirty Frosé, and this should be Mauve Haze. So these are mislabeled. So I'm just going to say I'm going into this light pink shade. Ay, ay, ay. Well, that's not cool. It's mislabeled like that. And I'm just going to grab more. I feel like I really need to build this up. Now, so far, the shadows feel really light. They seem to blend out really, really nicely. When you tap them off though, it seems like a lot of excess comes off, but I'm not getting kickback in the pan. So I'm just taking this here. I'm gonna try to use all the colors in this palette, but I don't know, for some reason, this was just like, it spoke to me when I saw it. And I used to be such a huge fan of the Buxom lip glosses. My favorites were Dolly and Sandy. So these are the two limited Buxoms that came in the collection. And then there is also a lipstick, and then there's a lip liner, which I have, and then there's an eyeliner. So I did not pick up the lipstick, and I did not pick up the eyeliner. I did pick up one of their Plump lip shots, which is another lip plumping gloss. And I did not like that formula. It was really kind of like thick and drying on the lips, and it wasn't thick in a lip gloss way. It was kind of thick like a liquid lipstick kind of way. And I returned it because I just did not like it. It just felt like it was kept caking up on my lips. However, I do like these. So this is really light, and then this one is really pretty berry color. So let's get into this, shall we? Because I don't want this to be a 2-hour video again. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to take this darker rich brown shade, and I am going to place that on my outer corner and in my crease, and I'm going to use this Angie Hot and Flashy A504 brush. I love this brush because it's really nice and small. If you have hooded eyes, if you have tiny eyes, this is really, really nice application for eyeshadow brush for your application. Gosh, I'm kind of out of it today, huh? Okay, so I'm going to take this and just put it a little bit up here on my outside corner. I don't want it to be too dark. So far, I would say like this color seems to be applying a little bit patchy on my lid. And I don't have any color on there. I don't know how I feel about this. We'll see. So we'll come over here, do the same thing. I'm just placing this up here on the outside corner just to kind of create a little bit of dimension and also give my eyes a lift. And I'll focus more on lifting my eyes when I clean it up from the concealer. Just grabbing some more. So this doesn't look brown. It looks more of a plum on me versus in the pan, it looks like sort of like a plum rich brown, but it's coming out more plum on me than anything. Wow, oh, this color is coming out so patchy. Okay, so I'm gonna do some blending of this and see if it helps smooth it out a bit. There, that's working out really nicely. But as you can see, it's like really dark here, but it's not really blending out onto the outer corner here. So let me just go in with that color again and fix this. Uh-oh, my brush got wet. Well, shoot, that's not cool. So I'm just gonna go in with this rougher 28 brush and grab a little bit of that color. I guess I have a little bit of water right here on my counter. So I gotta clean that up so my other brushes don't get wet as well. So I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna kind of come in here and press that shadow into that outer corner a bit more to deepen it, and then I'm gonna blend it out. Because it was just applying too patchy with that other brush. It wasn't as easy. Here it's a little bit easier. But do you see like how this looks plum on me compared to what it looks like here in the pan in here? In my lighting, it looks like a sort of like plum brown, but it's coming out more so purpley versus plummy. All right. Did I get wet? Now I'm just gonna kind of blend this. Oh, it's weird. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with this pink shimmery shade. And I am going to use this Angie Hot and Flashy A505 brush. So this is a really great brush for like cream shadows, shimmer shadows. So I'm gonna go into this pink shimmery shade here and apply this. And I'm not even gonna attempt, I'm assuming that this is called Rosé and Play. So, and I'm gonna tap this on the center of the lid here and kind of work it a little bit down into the inner corner there lightly. I was watching some videos on older Buxom palettes, and a lot of people seem to really like the eyeshadows, but the videos were all old and I couldn't find any recent videos. So I kind of almost feels like this brand is kind of like dying out a little bit, but their lip glosses are still pretty popular, but not the rest of their makeup. Okay, so that's Rosé and Play. So I'm gonna go back in with this brush, this rougher brush. It's a rougher 28. I'm having issues today. So I am going to just take what's left on the brush and I'm just gonna kind of blend those two together so it looks seamless and blended versus it looking like harsh edges. Now I am gonna go back in with this Angie A502 brush that we used, that light pink color, and I'm dipping back into that light pink color, and I'm going to take this and I'm just going to smooth out my edges here along my crease so I don't have any harsh lines. And kind of blend this out a little bit more right here, because it looks patchy right here. I think I have to put a little bit more of that plummy color up there. So where is that brush? Is it dry now? Okay, it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a little bit more of this and just kind of place this so it looks a little bit more even with my other eye with the height. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab this deep purple shimmery shade here, and I am going to, well, it's like a deep purple with sparkles, and I'm going to use this as a liner. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna put this on the outer corner of my upper lash line and then the outer corner of my lower lash line. So this more or less looks sort of like a violet versus a purple shade. So almost kind of like with, it almost looks black on me. a little bit. So this palette is more geared towards what's trending right now with makeup, I would say, versus, and what I mean by trending color-wise, because lavender and lilacs are really in right now. And this has kind of got those same hues a little bit. Okay. So that is a little bit dark. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this like lavender haze color, which I believe that is called Mauve haze. And I'm going to use that to blend out my lower lash line. And sort of smoke it out and blend. I don't know how I feel about this, but once I get the rest of my makeup on, I'll probably like it better. I would just say so far, I'm not really that impressed with the shadows. They're, I don't know, not my favorite formula. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna go into this sort of like very light pink frosty shade, and I'm gonna apply that at the center. Now this feels really, really smooth to the touch. I'll swatch these too. I'm just gonna apply that to the center here of my eye. That is a really nice shade. It's not too shimmery, not too glittery. It's very finely milled and it feels great to the touch. Okay, where's the brush that I used for that shimmery shade? And then I'm just gonna kind of blend this in just a little bit here into my inner corner because I feel like it looks a little bit off with the harshness. All right, so far that's our look. I'm gonna go in with this light pink shade again, and I'm just going to apply this up here a little bit more into my brow line. Now, for me, I would say we don't really have a highlight shade. I would say this one is too dark for a highlight shade. This is too light. This is also probably a bit too light for me for an inner corner shade. So we won't be using anything for that because I just really wanted to focus on these products that we have and try to keep this video a little bit short if I can manage to do that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to apply my foundation and my concealer, and then I'm going to come back and we'll play with the blush and the lip glosses and see how we feel about this collection. So see you in a few. Okay, I'm back. So I did brows, lashes, foundation, concealer, and bronzer off camera because like I said, our main focus is using these Buxom products and I want this to be in a video time frame that everybody can watch. So we're gonna go into this Buxom Plump shot. This is a Collagen Peptides Advanced Plumping Blush. So this is new and I got the color Cheeky Dolly. So when I saw this online, I thought it was going to be a little bit more like peachy, or not peachy, but pinky than what it is. And I will tell you that online that these eyeshadows look different than what they appear to be in person. I mean, it doesn't look bad on my eyes, but I kind of feel... I don't know how I feel about this yet. I think I'm going to have to play around with this palette a couple more times to give you my final thoughts on it. But as of right now, I would say it's just okay. I'm feeling like these colors kind of make my eyes look like I have like a black eye going on with like bruising, not to be like rude or anything, but it's not what they appeared to look like online versus when I'm actually applying them to my skin. So this blush is a cream blush. And so we're going to try this out. So I'm just going to go in with my BK 106 brush, and I'm just going to grab some. Boy, it's quite pigmented. And I'm going to start out at applying this. I'm dabbing it onto my cheek. So let's see how this is. Well, it seems to be a little bit actually kind of rosier than what I thought it was going to be. I was trying to look for a blush to go with this collection so I could test this out and see if it was any good. Because I've only tested Buxom's lip products, and I used them, you know, back in the day when they were owned by Bare Minerals, and then they have since expanded the line, and I think they're a separate company now from Bare Minerals. I'm not for sure if they're owned by Shiseido like Bare Minerals is, but this used to be part of Bare Minerals when Leslie Blodgett was when she was the CEO of Bare Minerals. Gosh, I'm just really off today. Well, I went in with a couple of dabs, and I just dabbed and got a little bit each time. So let's let this settle down on my cheeks a little bit, but I think it's pretty. Collagen Plump Shot, so I'm guessing it's supposed to plump your blush. I think it's kind of like the same lines of the Makeup by Mario. Soft Pop Plumping blush fill, but this isn't as glossy as this, and I find that this actually looks more plumping on the cheeks versus this Buxom Plump Shot. But hey, we'll try it and see how it works out, right? So let's swatch this color on my hand really quick. It's very creamy. So I'll just show you what it looks like swatched. So like I said, I just thought that this was going to be more of a sort of like a pinkier, kind of mauvier shade, kind of to go with the shade Dolly, versus it being sort of like, I don't know what you want to call this. It's kind of like a peachy rose, maybe? I don't know. All right, so formula feels nice. We'll see if it has any lasting power. So I'm going to put that back in there. I will probably definitely use this, but like I said, I just have to see how it lasts on the cheeks. Now, it doesn't have any sort of shimmer to it, and it's more on a matte cream side versus it being dewy and kind of like glossy looking on the skin. Gosh, I'm just like out of it. So there's that. Now we're going to try on the lipsticks or the lip glosses. So I have their lip liner here, and this is a light pink color, and this is part of the collection. So I'm going to swatch it for you guys. Now this is shaped at like a triangle, and then you have this blender brush at the end of it. And it's in this like baby pink color. There's a really pretty lipstick that goes on with this collection, but their lipsticks are kind of weirdly shaped, and I just wasn't gonna get it because I would prefer the gloss. So now I'm gonna swipe on this lip gloss, and I believe this is called the Full On Plumping Lip Cream, and this is in Berry Spritz. So I'm just going to swatch this now. This color is really pretty. I love it. And I was kind of looking for the blush to be kind of a little bit more similar to something like this versus what it is on my cheeks. But I mean, it does go with the collection. So that is Berry Spritz in the Full On Lip Plumping Cream. And then the other limited edition color that we have here is Full On Lip Plumping Polish in Golden Dolly. So this is like a pink lilac shimmer. It looks more pink though. And this one doesn't really show up on my lips, but you can use it to put it as a topper, or, I mean, it does look pretty on its own too, but just a little bit too light on me. I would prefer it as a topper or to put in the center of a lipstick. So there you go, Golden Dolly, Berry Spritz, and I don't know what the lip liner is called. Power Line Plumping Lip Liner in Magnetic Mauve, okay? So we're gonna apply this lip liner and we're gonna apply Berry Spritz because I think that is such a pretty color and I wanna see what it looks like with this look. So let me go ahead and apply this lip liner. So I'm starting with the smaller end of the triangle on my lip line, and then you use the larger end to line more so in your lips. So apparently this is supposed to be plumping too. And then I'll do that same thing here. It's very creamy. Over here. And I'm not going outside my lip line. I guess like I'm kind of disappointed in like these, the eyeshadow palette a little bit and the blush because I thought it was going to be a little bit more since it's not necessarily affordable. Like I think this was $28 and this was like $30 for this. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit more on the lines of better application, better quality. I would say like this is kind of maybe on the same lines, maybe a little bit lesser quality than Lawless, but Lawless I've noticed isn't as good as what it used to be. I just noticed that I feel like their plumping lip glosses are inconsistent. Their eyeshadows aren't as good as what they used to be. Their blushes, I got a newer blush and it hard panned really fast compared to the older formulas. And then what I like from them are their, don't forget the filler, lip smoothing satin lipsticks. So let's go in with this, shall we? So I'm gonna start off on my bottom lip. And these have like a vanilla cupcake scent to them, by the way. Oh. And they are like slightly minty. This is such a pretty color. Now this I love. Yeah, I love this. So these are nice because they're not too thick and they're not sticky. They feel really lovely on the lips. It's not an intense plumping sensation. It's very, very comfortable. Very comfortable. Very lovely. I like this. Definitely have to pick up Original Dolly and Sandy in these. And White Russian is supposed to be like a really new popular color for them. So I might look into that too because I like this. Now, you do have that minty sensation. It's not intense. It's very comfortable, but it's refreshing at the same time. The only thing is I would say is that that vanilla cupcake scent is pretty strong, but such a beautiful color. Wow. So, so pretty. Now, I feel like my blush is just maybe a tad bit too much. So I'm just going to take my beauty blender and tone that down. All right, so let's swatch this palette, shall we? So I'm going to start off with this row on the top. So I'm going to go into what I think is called Rosé and Play. Okay, and I'm just going to swatch this on my hand here. So We have a Rosé and Play. I should have brought out a makeup wipe. And then this one I doubt is going to show up. So this one is going to be called, I'm going to say that this is called Sarong. These feel very, very creamy to the touch. So like I said, I don't think that was going to show up. So that's Sarong, which is this light pink shade. Then we're going to go into this one, which I think is Flirty Frosé. So I have to play around with these a little bit more. Maybe it would be better if I didn't try to use all of the eyeshadow colors. So there we have Frosé and Play, which is a light pink shimmer. Now we're going to go over here, and this one I believe is called Espresso Martini, which is this like plum brown shade. Okay, I'm going to swatch that right here. See, on me, this looks more of like a purple plum versus this rich brown color. At least that's the vibe that I'm getting off of it. It looks pretty swatched versus what it is on my eyes, okay? So now we're gonna go into Plum Smolders, which is this plum shade that has some sparkles in it. This one isn't as creamy as the others, and it feels gritty because it does have some shimmers in it. Okay, and as you can see, that looks more black than anything, and you can see the shimmers in it. And then our last one is going to be Mauve Haze, which is right here. Yeah, these feel pretty creamy actually when you swatch them, but I will say that I think that this Mauve Haze is really patchy too. Just like I was getting some patchiness in this, but I did get some patchiness for the swatch for this. So that is the palette, and in my opinion, this looks nothing like what it did online. And if I would have known that, I probably wouldn't have picked this up, and I can't return it. So, but I wanted to play with it. I mean, I'll go ahead and play with it, you know, some more. And then you guys will end up seeing it maybe in a favorites or a fails video. I'll let you know in one of those because I plan on to get back on track on doing that. But here's the palette again. Here are the colors swatched. So yeah, definitely I was disappointed in this, but I am really happy with the glosses. The lip liner, it's okay. I mean, I don't have like a baby pink lip liner like this, and it's not the same color as Pillow Talk Fair from Charlotte Tilbury, but I'll play around with it. I mean, I really like the way it went on. It doesn't seem to be too creamy to where it's going to not have any staying power. So I will test these out, and I will continue to test the blush. After I toned it down, I think the blush looks really good. But yeah, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me create this look and testing out this palette. And yeah, I'll keep you posted on it. Sorry, I'm a little bit flat today. As I said, I'm not really feeling good today. But I wanted to get this video up because in case you are interested in it and you drive well with these colors, this is a limited collection, and I love this Berry Spritz color for the lips. It is so, so pretty. This is very pretty too. But yeah, in case you wanted to pick these up. All right, so I will see you guys in the next one, and I will hopefully feel so much better. And I'm sending you all so much love and light, and have a great week ahead. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.